It's a very windy day here on the farm, so I'm inside, and you might even hear the wind rattling the windows. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, we're in Mark 13, and here in Mark 13, Jesus has just finished telling his disciples in verse 2 that the temple that they see and admire, not one stone will be left upon another, all of it will be destroyed. And so, verse 3, they're walking up the Mount of Olives, as they generally did at the end of the day during Jesus's last week in Jerusalem. And so they're walking out, and on the Mount of Olives, you overlook Jerusalem. And while they're overlooking Jerusalem, the disciples ask Jesus to tell them more about this. And what Jesus says first is to beware, because there are many who will rise up and say, I am he, and will deceive many. And there are two meanings that can be gleaned from this. And I think that both meanings are okay to really investigate. One is that there are people who will say that, I am Jesus, I am Jesus, I am Lord, and, they're not. And they'll claim that they're Jesus returned, or, that they are who Jesus was meant to be, or some kind of delusional craziness like that. And at this point, at this day and age, people have, grown pretty used to that sort of deception. They're like, no, no, I'm not buying that one. But there's another meaning to this, and that is that there are some who will rise up and who will say that, yes, Jesus from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the Jesus from the Bible that you believe, is the Christ. But then these very same people who say that will go on to lead people into all kinds of crazy deception. So this is a reading or interpretation or understanding of this verse that I think is very applicable, to this day and age, whereas the other one was very applicable to another day and age. Go to the Lord for yourself and test every spirit, as John says in his first letter. God bless you. You might hear the wind in the background. It's crazy today. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.